I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's Double MD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with yet another Pokemon tier list. If you missed last one, it should have been the Pokemon games that we did. So far, we've done the starter Pokemon, we've done the legendary Pokemon, we've done the video games, including spin-offs. Some Pokemon games are left off that list, but that's okay. And now we're going to do the original 151 Pokemon with a little bit of an added bonus. There's the Mega Pokemon it looks like on here as well. Of course, if you want to make your own list, I will put a link to this tier list in the description below. And quick little disclaimer again. You know, this is my opinion. This isn't about competitive viability. This is about my personal opinion on the Pokemon, mostly aesthetic, maybe some sort of a connection to the Pokemon of some sort. And as I mentioned in all my other videos so far, my God tier, one thing that bothers me so much with tier lists is the fact that so many people will put like half this list. Trust me, I love all these Pokemon. I love every single one of them. They put them all in their freaking God tier. Half of them in the God tier, or the S tier, the double S, or the S plus 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 tier. Screw that. Only the best of the best. The cream of the crop will go to the top. And that's the God tier. Of course, we have the Garbodor tier here. That is the garbage bottom of the barrel Pokemon. I'm not sure if any of these Pokemon will fit in there. I'm sure we'll fit. We'll fit at least a couple in there. We have to, right? That's kind of the rules. So hopefully I'm also consistent since I've done the starter Pokemon with my placement of these starter Pokemon. Because honestly, don't remember. So with the Megas, this kind of adds a little bit of an extra layer that I don't know if I'm okay with. But it looks like it's numerical here. It's got the, you see the Mewtwo Megas down there. This is a lot of Pokemon to get through, so we're going to jump right into it. So Bulbasaur, uh, amazing, love it. Ivysaur, great. Venusaur, it's going to be on amazing, probably the top side of amazing. Mega Venusaur has to kind of go with the Venusaur. I mean, the Megas are probably going to go with their counterparts for the most part. The exception will probably be Mewtwo, I can tell you guys that. If you guys see my legendary video, you guys probably can guess where Mewtwo is going to go. Charmander, amazing over Bulbasaur for sure, but not above Venusaur. We'll give some respect to Venusaur. Charmeleon will be in the great tier as well, above Ivysaur. Charizard goes straight to God tier. It's freaking Charizard. How can it not? The Megas, I like both the Megas too, but I don't want to get the God tier all cluttered up because of Mega Pokemon, and that's going to be an issue that I have with this. I wish the Megas weren't on this. I mean, I could just not include them, but they're sitting right here. You know what I mean? Okay. Both the Megas are cool. I can't say no to either of them. And again, like with the other ones, I'm kind of putting the. I am going to kind of order the specific tiers here too, from best to least best in the tier. Squirtle, amazing, goes right in front of the Charmander there. Wartortle will go in great as well. We'll put it in front of Charmeleon and Ivysaur. Blastoise got tier, best fully evolved starter Pokemon. In my opinion, I love Blastoise. He's a freaking turtle with freaking cannons out the side of his turtle shell. How could he not be a god tier Pokemon? Alright, so now we got Caterpie. I like Caterpie, but I can't go any higher than good. And Metapod, not so good. Metapod's okay, but he's going to go not so good. Butterfree. Is Butterfree a great Pokemon? I want to put in the good. We're going to put it in the good. Weedle, I want to put it not so good. I don't like him as much as I like Caterpie. Probably put it behind Metapod as well as Kakuna. Beedrill is definitely a great Pokemon. Put Mega Beedrill there as well. And that's yeah, that's probably the order I'd put it in. I like Beedrill. Not really much more to say about it. I like the Mega Beedrill more than regular Beedrill. Aesthetically, I think it looks really cool. Pidgey. Pidgey is one of the higher tier bird Pokemon for me, like the regional bird. I mean, Spearow and Fearow, I won't really count them, but I like this evolutionary line quite a bit. Although Rookidee has kind of stolen my heart in terms of flying Pokemon. How do I want to do this? I think Pidgey has to go good. for sure. I'm gonna put it above Caterpie, behind Butterfree. I'm gonna put Pidgeotto there as well. Pidgeot and Mega Pidgeot. I actually like Mega Pidgeot more than regular Pidgeot, so we're gonna go amazing for Mega Pidgeot, and we're gonna go right about here for regular Pidgeot. Yeah, I like that. Rattata, we're gonna go good over Caterpie. Raticate, we're gonna go not so good. But we'll go ahead and put him on the top side of it so far. Spearow, I'm not a huge fan of Spearow. We're gonna put it in the not so good as well. Fearow, I'm not a big fan of Fearow. Fearow's going Garbodor probably. Again, this list isn't finalized till we're done. I'll probably move some stuff around. Some things will probably get bumped up and down as we go along. But for now, this is how we're going with it. Spearow, I would put ahead of Weedle, but not ahead of Kakuna. Ekans, great, love Ekans. Ekans, that's probably a good spot for Arbok. Goes an amazing tier for sure. I kind of like its spot it's in. Pikachu. Pikachu is iconic. I like Pikachu a lot. How could you not? It's cute. I actually like Pikachu more than I like Raichu. I want to put Pikachu in the amazing tier. We're gonna go. Do I want to put it ahead of Arbok and Pidgeot? I kind of do. I kind of do. Raichu. Raichu's good. We're gonna put in the good. We're gonna put it at the top. It might make its way up to great. We'll see how things progress. Sandshrew and Sandslash. I like Sandslash. I think Sandslash is definitely a great Pokemon. We'll put it ahead of Ekans behind Beedrill. Sandshrew is good. I think right there's good. We got Nidoran female. Good. It's good. I'll put it right about here. Nidorina. I actually don't like as much as I like Nidoran, so I'm gonna put it up in not so good, but ahead of Raticate. Nidoqueen, amazing. In fact, I'd probably put it ahead of these. Right, right here. Right here. Nidoran male. I like Nidoran male more than female. I like him better than Sandshrew. I like him better than Pidgey. I like him better than Pidgeotto. I like him more than Butterfree. I think he's going to go right about there. Nidorino is great. Right here. Honestly, I think I like him more than Beedrill. Not as much as Pidgeot, but more than Beedrill. Nidoking's up an amazing tier with Nidoqueen. Put it ahead of Nidoqueen there. Clefairy. I like Clefairy and Clefable. I like Clefairy more than Clefable, though, aesthetically. So we're going to go Clefairy and Clefable. I'm not going to put them in great, because I don't think they're quite great level for me, but they're definitely in the good. At least Clefairy is. Clefable might make it down to not so good, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to put it right here. Oh, Vulpix. Love Vulpix. It's a great Pokemon for sure. Ahead of Ekans? Yeah. Ahead of Sandshrew? Yeah. Butterfree, sorry, Beedrill? Yeah. Ninetales I actually like less than Vulpix. Yet again, another weird one. But I still think Ninetales belongs in the great category right here. Jigglypuff. I have a soft spot for Jigglypuff. I love playing as Jigglypuff in Smash Brothers and like multiplayer games, just rolling around and smacking people. But I think even aesthetically, Jigglypuff's kind of another iconic Pokemon. When you ask somebody, hey, name like 5 Pokemon, Jigglypuff usually comes out their mouth if they're a casual fan or just was around for the first generation. Jigglypuff is definitely an iconic Pokemon. And again, I like Jigglypuff more than Wigglytuff, so I'm gonna go Jigglypuff. I can't put Jigglypuff ahead of Wartortle. It's not going amazing. It's gonna go in the great tier, right about here. Wigglytuff is gonna go in the good tier. You know what? We'll go not so good. I like her more than Clefable though. Zubat and Golbat. I'm a huge fan of Zubat and Golbat. Even bigger fan of Crobat. I wouldn't put them in great tier though. I'd probably put them in good. Probably ahead of Sandshrew. And I'd probably do that in this order. Oddish. Now, Oddish is one of my friend's favorite Pokemon. The whole line. He loves Vileplume quite a bit. So I would do him a disservice if I put him in the Garbodor tier. Definitely not going to do that. Although Gloom I'm not a huge fan of. Maybe I go Gloom in here ahead of Fearow. We'll go Oddish in the good tier. Ahead of Caterpie. Yeah, right about here. Vileplume, I think I'm gonna put in the great tier, guys. I think it goes right about here. Right about here. Paris. Another friend of mine loves Paris. Loves the idea that um it's kind of a parasite taking over this Pokemon, and when it evolves, it's actually the parasite in control and not the actual Pokemon itself. You get the white eyes, I guess. I never really thought of it that way, but he loves Paris and Parasite. I'm not a massive fan, if I'm being completely honest. I think they're going in the bin. Garbodor tier it is, and I like Paris more than Parasite. Though, fun fact, Parasite was the first Pokemon I caught in Pokemon Go. When Pokemon Go came out, I think it was in Australia first, I downloaded the APK and walked up the street, and the first Pokemon I found was a Parasite. Well, the first Pokemon I caught outside the starter Pokemon, but Parasite was my second Pokemon. Venonat, yeah, it's going to go in the Garbodor bin as well. But Venomoth, I do like Venomoth. I think it's going to go, even though I do like it, it's going to go in the, well, I think it's going to go in the great tier, or the good tier. Above Caterpie, above Rattata, below Clefairy. And I got to keep making sure, because there's a lot of Pokemon, that we can see the tier list here, because it's going to get kind of wonky here in a minute. Yeah. Diglett and Dugtrio. I like them both. They're basically the same Pokemon. I can't put one in one tier and like one in a different one, so I'll put them in good for now. At the tail end, put Dugtrio ahead of Diglett because 3 is better than 1. Do I like them better than Caterpie? I don't think I do. So they might get moved down, but we'll see what happens. Meowth and Persian. Meowth is another one of those iconic Pokemon, you know, teaming up with Team Rocket, talking Pokemon. It was a promo for the Pokemon Trading Card game for the Game Boy. So I know a lot of people know Meowth is the same Jigglypuff situation. When they name Pokemon, Meowth is definitely one of them you'll hear. I like Meowth more than I like Persian, personally. I'm going to put Meowth in the good tier. I'm going to go above Clefairy, behind Oddish, I think. Persian is also, I think it's a good Pokemon. But again, it might get bumped down. I'm going to go, I think, right here. We'll see what happens, though, as we continue. Psyduck, another Pokemon that people may remember if you ask them about Pokemon, just because of the special Psyduck that Misty would have with her. I like Golduck more than Psyduck. I think Golduck is going into the great tier, and I think it's going to go... It's going to go above Ninetales, I think. I really like Golduck. Psyduck, however, is going to go in the good tier. I think it's going to go above Persian, but behind Venomoth. I like Mankey and Primeape. They're not drastically different, so they're probably going to go in the same tier. I like Primeape more than Mankey. I think good tier is probably good for them. And I like them more than Psyduck and Venomoth, Clefairy, Meowth, Oddish. I don't like them more than Nidoran, though, I don't think. So we're going to go right about here. Growlithe and Arcanine. Two great Pokemon. And I think Arcanine's going into the amazing tier. I think I'm going to go right about here. Growlithe. I like Growlithe a lot. That's appropriate that the Vulpix and Growlithe are next to each other. But we're going to put it in the great tier. So, love the Poliwag line. I really like the Poliwag line. We're gonna put Poliwrath in amazing. Quite honestly, nah. Yeah, right about here. Poliwhirl and Poliwag. Funny enough, I think I like Poliwag more than Poliwhirl. And we're gonna put you, Poliwag, in the great tier. Right about here. Poliwhirl. We'll go right here. It might get bumped up to great. We'll see how things go. But I think right about there is about where I want it. Abracadabra, Alakazam, Mega Alakazam. Fantastic line. Alakazam is going into the amazing tier for sure. And it's going to be pretty high up here, honestly. Well, I don't know about this past the starters. That's high praise past the first gen starters. I think I'm going to put him right about there. We'll put Mega Alakazam right next to him. I like Alakazam more than, honestly, I kind of like these Pokemon more than the Mega Alakazam. Right about here. And Kadabra is fine. So it's going to go in the good tier. We're going to go right about here. Abra, I actually like more than Kadabra. Strangely, I don't like second form Pokemon apparently, as I'm learning about this tier list. Not as much as the first and third form. Abra in the great tier. We're gonna go right about here. Right about there. Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. Machamp is definitely going to amazing. And I think right here. Machop and Machoke, both great tier Pokemon for sure. Yeah, right there. I like that. I like Victory Bell a lot, more so than Weeping Bell and Bellsprout for sure. I'm not a big fan of Weeping Bell, honestly. We're gonna put in the not so good. Yeah, right about here. Bellsprout I like more than Weeping Bell. I'm gonna put in the good tier, maybe at the bottom of good, and we'll see what we do with that. Victory Bell, I don't think it's quite amazing yet. Yet. I don't think I would put it in the amazing tier, although I'd consider it. I think I'm gonna go great tier though, and I think I'm gonna put it. I can't put it past Machoke. Well, actually, I like Victory Bell. Hmm. Yeah, right here. And again, I might move stuff around as we get through. Tentacool and Tentacruel, they're good. I'm not too crazy about them, but I don't like have any disdain for them. Um, I like Tentacruel more than Tentacool. We'll go above Psyduck, I think. Yeah, we'll go above Venomoth as well. Boom. Judith, Graveler, Golem. I like Golem a lot. We'll put Golem in great. We'll go maybe behind Victory, but nah, we'll go above Victory Bell. Geodude and Graveler. Honestly, Graveler, I'm not super impressed with, so we'll put him in the not so good. We'll put him on the higher end. Geodude, we'll put on the bottom side of great. I definitely like him more than Sandslash, so we'll do that. I'm thinking I'm kind of leaning towards that a little bit too. Sandslash might get bumped down. Ponyta and Rapidash they're pretty cool Pokemon. I wouldn't put them in amazing. I don't know if I would even put them in great, to be honest. I think they're gonna go in good, and I think I'm gonna put them definitely ahead of Tentacruel, ahead of Clefairy, ahead of Meowth, ahead of Oddish. I think right before Mankey and Primeape. We'll go Rapidash over Ponyta. We got Slowpoke, Slowbro, and Mega Slowbro. I'm not a huge fan of Mega Slowbro. It's going to throw it in the Garbodor tier here. Slowpoke and Slowbro, I don't have any problems with. They can go in the good tier. And we'll put them ahead of Psyduck. Magnemite. So the thing about Magnemite is, it's a Pokemon that I like to use an example of when people say, "Oh, I hate the new generations of Pokemon. They're so uncreative." It's a freaking magnet, and its name is Magnemite. But that being said, I do like Magnemite and Magneton. I don't mean to talk trash on it, but I always use them as an example. I'm gonna put them in the good tier. We'll put them. Yeah, I'll put them right about here, I think. And again, I might move stuff around, but I like them here just fine. Farfetch'd. Um, Good tier. I have no problem with Farfetch'd. I like Farfetch'd. I love Galarian Farfetch'd and Surfetch'd quite a bit. We'll go above Clefairy, probably in front of Meowth and Oddish too, to be honest. Doduo and Dodrio, I'm not massive fans of. We'll throw them down in the not so good tier. Seal and Dugong, not a fan of Dugong at all. Seal, I like a little bit more. Do that. Dugong, I like more than Venonat. Mega Slowbro, I like more than Venonat. And then I'm fine with the way that looks. Grimer and Muck. Grimer's good. Muck is great. I like Muck. I have a weird thing for Muck for some reason. Grimer, I'll put about right here in front of Bellsprout. Muck and Great is going to go pretty high, honestly. Again, I have a weird thing for Muck. I think right about here. Shelter and Cloyster. I like Cloyster more than Shelter. Shelter's going in the good tier, and it's going to go probably right about here. Cloyster, I don't think it's quite great, though, either. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher, though, on the good tier. We're going to go probably right about here. About mid-tier of the good tier. Ghastly Haunter, Gengar, Mega Gengar. So Gengar goes straight to the top. Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Such just a cool Pokemon. I mean, there's nothing more you can say about it. The Mega form, I'm not as big a fan of as I am of regular Gengar, but I will say that it is an amazing looking. When I say amazing, I'm looking at the amazing list. I like it more than Mega Alakazam, but I don't like it more than Poliwrath. I think I'm gonna stick it right about here, and I might even move some of these down a peg. We'll see. Haunter is amazing as well. And I think I would put it right about in front of Mega Alakazam. Honestly, right about here. Ghastly is great. I want to put it in the amazing tier, but I would put it great. I'm going to put it right about here. Onyx, I like Onyx. I'm going to put it in the good tier. And we're going to put it in front of, in front of Primate. Drowsy and Hypno. I'm not a massive fan of these two, to be honest with you guys. I kind of want to put them in the Garbodor tier, to be honest. I would put them like this, maybe. Krabby and Kingler. I like Kingler a lot. We're going to put it in the great tier. And we're going to put it probably right about here. We're going to put Krabby in the good tier. It's not quite as on the level of Kingler, but maybe right about here. Voltorb and Electrode, they're good. I mean, I'm not crazy about them. They're pretty basic Pokemon. There's nothing really too special. But you know what? Honestly, I might even put them down here above Seal. How's that looking? Yeah, we can still see the full list. Good. That's good. That's good. Kinda. We're starting to have to zoom this out a little bit, unfortunately. So Execute and Executor. Again, not a massive fan of these two, especially how this son of a gun's been treating me on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Uh, not so good, and it might honestly move down to Garbodor. Cubone and Marowak, huge fans of both. Marowak has to go on Amazing tier, and Cubone too. We're gonna move them around here though. Above Mega Alakazam, and quite honestly, I'm thinking about putting Mega Alakazam at the tail end, and Mega Alakazam might get moved down, and because honestly, I don't think it's better than the second form starters or Ghastly. So that's kind of where I'm at with those. Hitmonchan, big fan. I like Hitmonchan more than Hitmonlee. I think Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee belong in the great tier, and I'm gonna put them, I think, right here. Lickitung. I like Lickitung. I'm gonna put it in the good tier though. I'm gonna put it right about here. Coffin and Weezing are cool. I'll put Weezing in the great tier, to be honest. I'm gonna put it, I think, right about here. Coffin and Weezing kind of look the same, basically. I mean, obviously there's a difference, but I kind of have to put them together. I can't really separate them too much. Rhyhorn and Rhydon are both great Pokemon. Um, I would honestly do something like this, but I want to put Rhydon in the amazing tier, I think. Chansey, sometimes you gotta take a Chansey in life and put it in the garbage, which I'm kidding, I like Chansey just fine. Good tier, for sure. The good tier is kind of big, to be honest, but what can you do? Put it above, put it above Meowth, not above Oddish, and Farfetch'd, I think. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to zoom this out a little bit so we can see the full list once we're finished here. Tangela, not so good. I'm not a massive fan, but I will put it ahead over some of these Pokemon. Probably above Weepinbell. Yeah, right about here. Kangaskhan and Mega Kangaskhan, both great Pokemon at minimum. I accidentally moved Magikarp up. RIP. Um, I'd be tempted to put them in Amazing, honestly. They may not stay here, but I'm leaning towards keeping them in Amazing. Horsey and Seadra, I like Seadra. I'm gonna put Seadra in the. I'm gonna put both in the great tier, honestly. And I'm thinking about right about here. Above Abra? Nah. Maybe not above Poliwag either, but above Wheezing and Coughing though. Right about here. Goldeen and Seeking, not a massive fan of them at all. I like them probably more than Executor though, and we'll kind of see what we do with them from there. Again, we're probably going to move a couple Pokemon down to the Garbodor tier. Staryu and Starmie, great Pokemon, for sure. I think we're going to go maybe right about here. And we'll put them both there, to be honest. Mr. Mime, it's a good Pokemon. I like Mr. Mime. I like Mr. Rhyme as well. More than Cloyster? Yeah. Scyther, almost got here, man. I love Scyther, dude. But he's definitely in the amazing tier. Yeah, right about here. Jinx, good. Don't hate it. Put it right about here. Electabuzz, got tier. Electivire is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and Electabuzz is part of that line. I can't put Electivire in there, so it'll be represented by Electabuzz. In fact, nah, not quite, but it's up there. It's up there. Magmar, great, and I'm gonna put it right here. Kind of want to put Pidgeot over. Mega Alakazam is slowly just falling deeper and deeper down the list. Pinsir, cool Pokemon. We'll put Mega Pinsir in the same position. It's gonna go in the Great tier, and it's gonna go right about here. I like the Mega Pinsir. They're about. There's really not a huge difference between the two. And for me, personally, Tauros, amazing Pokemon. I love Tauros. Right about here is good. We got Magikarp and Gyarados. Gyarados goes into the amazing tier as well. And it's going to go right behind Tauros. Whoa, chill. Magikarp. Oh, yeah, Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados. I really like Mega Gyarados, actually. I kind of want to move it up. To no, not amazing. Magikarp. Good. It's a good iconic Pokemon. Put it above Rattata. Lapras. Amazing Pokemon. But where do I put it? Above Kangaskhan. I think I'm kind of leaning towards doing this. Yeah. Ditto. How can you hate Ditto? Um, there's not much to it. I'm gonna put it right next to Grimer. I mean, they're kind of similar, right? Eevee. Eevee's incredibly cute. We're gonna do this. Vaporeon will go right next in front of Eevee, honestly. Jolteon, in my opinion, is the worst evolution, but I do like Jolteon enough to keep it up pretty high here on the list. Um, Probably right here. Flareon will go above Eevee right here. So that's kind of my list there. Of course, Glaceon was on this list. Straight to the top, baby. Porygon. Yeah, I put it in great tier. Probably right about here. Ominoid Amistar. I'm honestly not a massive fan. Honestly, well, I can't be that harsh to them because I do think they're better than these Pokemon. Which means let's go ahead and drop these down. I would put Gloom ahead of you. Yeah, that's fine. Um, yeah, we'll keep that there for now. Kabuto, good. Kabutops, great. I think we'll put Kabutops right here. Maybe past Muck even. Yeah. Aerodactyl, amazing. And we're gonna put Mega Aerodactyl up there with them. Boom. That's good. It's real good. Snorlax, great. And we're gonna put the Snorlax in the great tier right about here, I think. Articuno, God tier. One of my favorite legendaries. If you guys saw the legendary video, you guys knew where that was going. Zapdos, I don't remember how I ordered these. I think I put Moltres ahead of Zapdos, but I don't remember. Um, would I put them in amazing tier? Yeah, I would. I put them both there. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and take Dragonite up here. We'll take Mew up here, and I'll reorder them here in a second. Mewtwo, straight to the top, baby. I think I would do this, maybe. Maybe that. Maybe that. That looks good. Okay. Mewtwo X is good. Put it at the top of good. I'm not a massive fan of it, to be honest, but it's still Mewtwo. You know, it's still there. It's part of Mewtwo. Dratini and Dragonair are both great, at minimum. Yeah. Although I think I like Dratini more than Dragonair. So we'll do that. Alright, so let's reorder the top here real fast. And Mew, to me, goes right about here. Zapdos, I'm going to put it right about here. Moltres, I'll put right there. Dragonite, I'm going to put you here. Dragonite. I think I want to move Tauros up. Right behind Scyther. Marowak, I want to move up as well. Right about here. That's good. That's fine. Okay. I'm thinking of moving Mega Pidgeot down to great. That's good. That's good. I think I want to move a couple Pokemon down from good to not so good. Do I want Kabuto down there? Like, I think I like Kabuto. Nah, I'll go down there. Maybe do like one or two more. We'll just do that. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let me see if I can zoom this out real fast for you guys so you guys can see the full shebang here. I still won't be able to, huh? Damn. Can I like zoom in and zoom out? What can I do to fix this? Filter. Let's see here. I know I can crop. Da, 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 da. That might be good enough. Still not quite there. I think it's fine. Like, it's not too much of a worry, right? Let me just quickly take that filter off that I just made. Let's zoom back out. Sorry for this, guys. I was trying to make it so you guys can see the whole thing. I think there's just too much Pokemon there that I just can't do that. But, I can, however, kind of scroll down this a little bit. Alright, so, from the bottom of the Garbodor tier, you can see what we got going on there. I think honestly that's probably about right for me. Honestly, I kind of want to move a couple other Pokemon down there, but should we? Should we just do this and then move Diglett and Dugtrio down as well? And then on the Great tier, should I move some of these down? I'm thinking so, guys. I'm thinking I like Omastar more than Weedle and Kakuna. I think we're gonna move Shelter down, Caterpie down, Rattata down, Magikarp down, Persian down, Psyduck down. And then we'll move Sandslash, we'll put it behind Mewtwo X, Ekans, Geodude, and then we'll end with Jigglypuff up there. I think that's fine. I think that's good. Okay, so quickly looking at the list here. This is the Garbodor tier. That's the bottom of the barrel, the worst of the worst. The not so good. You know, just they're not the worst. Like they're not terrible. Like again, I like all these Pokemon, but they're not insulting. You know, they're not gonna make you cry. They're not gonna make you vomit when you see them. But you know, you're not necessarily happy to see them good. You know, just average. You know, just making it just just there's a C grade. You know, you're passing your class even if you're not impressive. Great. Now these Pokemon, B tier level, above average. These Pokemon, you know, they get your excitement up a little bit. But then you have your amazing Pokemon. These Pokemon you just absolutely adore. Your A rank Pokemon. Then of course you have the God tier, the S rank, the double S rank, triple S rank, best Pokemon in the first generation. We have Blastoise, Mega Blastoise. We have Mewtwo, Gengar, Articuno, Mewtwo Y or Mega Mewtwo Y, Charizard, Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, and of course Electabuzz. I think that's good. How many Pokemon do we get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was going to aim for about 10, so that's good that it worked out that way. Now, to be fair, though, I don't really count the Megas as additional Pokemon. They're Megas, you know, like, it's hard to kind of separate them, even though I did that for Mewtwo X. I did that for a couple other Pokemon. Um, but for the most part, the Mega, like, how can you really separate Mega Venusaur from Venusaur? They look almost like the same. Like the only difference is the plant on the back's a little bit longer, a little taller. It's got a little bit of a flower design on its head, but it's, ultimately though it's still Venusaur. You know, at least with the Charizards, like this Charizard's a different color. The Mewtwo's look pretty different to be fair. This one's like smaller, has a longer thing on its head instead of a tail. The tail's almost like they moved the tail from his ass to his head. And then, of course, you got Mewtwo X, which looks disgusting. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be doing some more tier lists. Will I do each generation? I think I will. I think I'll do every generation. I'm just going to be making an ass ton of these, I guess. I don't know how I'm going to release them. They're just going to be coming out. I'll just kind of just have some free time to, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make some tier lists. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I am the Maverick Mark Daniels. Bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bang!